Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we will be starting our new series called the Daily PYQ Solving, in which we will be solving live different PYQs. So let's get started. So this is the very first question. In today's video we will be solving the questions based on general aptitude, which are mostly seen in paper 1 of your preliminary exam, right? So these are the questions we will be solving today. So let's get started. Let's read the very first question. So the question says, read the following information carefully and answer the question. So in here we are having these 5 statements given to us, and from these 5 statements we have to get the answer. So let's look at the question. So Madhu and Shobha are good in dramatics and computer science. Anjali and Madhu good in computer science and physics. Okay, so in here they have given different names and they have mentioned their interests in different subjects, right? So first let's start by counting the number of names, right? So let's see, Madhu is number 1, Shobha is number 2, Anjali is number 3 over here, Madhu is again repeated, next fourth is Poonam, and fifth is Nisha. So we have 5 names that we have listed out. Now let's just make a tabular format. One tip over here is, whenever you're solving such questions, just write the information in a tabular format so that it becomes easier for you. So in here let's draw a table. We are having 5 names, right? So first is Madhu, then we have Shobha, then we have Anjali, next in line is Poonam, and the last is Nisha, right? So over here I've just written the initials, and I'm just trying to create a table over here, right? Now the next data that has been given to us is about the subjects, right? So let's count the subjects. One second. Yes, let's count the subjects. Number 1 is dramatics, number 2 is computer science, number 3 is physics, number 4 is history, and number 5 is mathematics, right? So I'll list out the subjects as well over here. Dramatics, then we have computer science, then we have physics, next in line is history, and the last one is mathematics, right? Again over here I've just written the initials. So in here we are having 5 subjects and 5 people, right? Now let's again reread the questions, reread the given statements so that we can get to the answer. The first one says, Madhu and Shobha are good in dramatics and computer science. So Madhu is good in dramatics and Madhu is good in computer science. Shobha is good in dramatics and Shobha is good in computer science. First statement done. Next is Anjali and Madhu. So we are talking about Anjali is here and Madhu is here, right? So Anjali is good in computer science and physics. Anjali is good in computer science. Anjali is good in physics. And Madhu is good in computer science, already tick, and also in physics. Second statement done. Third statement. Now there are 3 people. Anjali, Poonam, Nisha are good in physics and history. So let's look at Anjali first. Anjali is good in physics. Anjali is good in history. Poonam is good in physics. Poonam is good in history. Nisha is good in physics. Nisha is good in history. Third statement done. Fourth statement, Nisha and Anjali are good in physics and mathematics. So Nisha is good in physics. Nisha is good in mathematics. Anjali is good in physics. Anjali is good in mathematics. Fourth statement done. Next, last statement, Poonam and Shobha are good in history and dramatics. So Poonam is good in history. Poonam is good in dramatics. Shobha is good in history. Shobha is good in dramatics. So in this way we have created a tabular format of all the given sentences, right? Now let's approach the question. What is it? Who is good in history, physics, computer science and mathematics? Now we have to find out who is good in four subjects, that is history, right? History, physics, computer science and maths. So history, good in history, good in computer science, good in physics and good in mathematics. So where do you see such thing? Just go through the table once. Where do you find such condition? Over here, right? Over here. Over here you find such condition. Just a second. Yeah. Yes. So over here you can find that Anjali is good in computer science, Anjali is good in physics, Anjali is good in history and Anjali is good in mathematics. So our answer is D, that is Anjali, right? So it becomes easier. Now this took a little bit of time because I was also reading it and simultaneously drawing everything. That is why, but if you get into practice you can do it easily, right? So it is very easy. Such questions are very easy, so you can easily solve them if you are converting it into a tabular format. So our answer for this question is D, that is Anjali. Now let's move on to the next question. Yes, now this is a question based on directions, right? So very first thing, you all know, just draw a simple direction map over here. I would always suggest this. We all know this is the north direction, and one thing you need to remember is the left side and right side changes for every direction, right? So if we take into consider left side, north side, north direction, then this is the left side and this is the right side. Similarly, if it is east, then this will be left, this will be right. If it is south, this will be left, this will be right, right? And if this is east, if this is west, then this will be left, this will be right. Yeah, so many people, many students, just get confused while understanding left and right directions, because even if you know them, but while the exam is going on and during that whole exam atmosphere, you might tend to get confused. So make sure you draw this small diagram while solving direction questions, right? So now let's look at the question. So it says Rohit went 15 kilometers west from his house. Okay, now solving these questions, go statement wise and tick the statement once you are done. So the first statement says Rohit went 15 kilometers west from his house. So let's consider this is his house and he is going west for 15 kilometers, right? This is his house I'm considering, in facing the north direction. He went in the west direction 15. So yes, first sentence is completed. Now let's look at the second sentence. Then he returned left and walked, then he turned left and walked 20 kilometers. So he is in the west direction. So you can see over here in the west direction, left is this side. So now he is walking in the west direction for 20 kilometers, right? This is our second statement that says he walked 20 kilometers. Second statement done. Now let's look at the next statement. He then turned east and walked 25 kilometers, right? Now he is facing in this direction, right? He's facing in this direction, and in the south direction, left is this side, and we all know in the left direction is the east, right? So this is how he takes a turn and he is walking for more 25 kilometers, right? So the next statement is also done, right? Yes. Now the last statement is finally turning left and covered 20 kilometers. He again turned left and covered 20 kilometers. So from this point you can see he is right now facing over here, and you can see over here this is the left direction. So we move upward and he is covering 20 kilometers again. Now what is the question? We have reached the last statement. Now let's look at the question. How far is he from his home? So see, this is his home and this is the final point he reached. So this is the distance he needs to cover. Yes, so now you can see from the statements we have formed a rectangle, and in a rectangle generally the opposite sides are of the same distance, right? So over here you can see from this point to this point the whole distance is 15, and from this point to this point the distance is 15. So this remaining distance will be nothing but 25 minus 15, that is 10 kilometers, because the unit is in 10 kilometers, right? And our answer will be option B, 10 kilometers, right? Very simple question. The only thing I want you all to remember over here is, do not forget to draw this diagram. Look at the right hand top corner. Make sure you draw this diagram in your examination, because in the whole exam pressure you tend to make such silly mistakes, just changing left and right directions. So this is what you have to remember. Okay, so now let's move on to the next question, that says in the first two circles the number inside the circle is written according to a particular relation. What will be the number inside the third circle which follows the same relation as that of first two circles, right? So there is some relation between these three numbers that have been given in the circles, right? Now one technique that you need one thing you always need to know prior solving such questions is the squares of any squares of numbers from 2 to at least 25. I'm talking about 25, and also cubes from 2 to 25, so that at least, okay, so that it becomes easier for you to solve such questions. Yes, now let's look at the first circle. In the first circle, this number that is given over here, 27, it is nothing but the cube of 3, right? 3 cube is 27. And if you look at this number, it is nothing but 5 cube, right? So now let's just add these two numbers, 3 plus 5, that is 8. And 8 is written over here. Similarly, now let's look at the second. If this holds true, I'll use a different color. Let's see if this holds true over here. Yes, 64. 64 is a cube of 4, and 216 is 6 cube. Now let's add this. 4 plus 6 equals 10. This is what is given over here. Yes, now let's try this again with the third circle. 343 is nothing but 7 cube, and 216 is nothing but 6 cube. So 7 plus 6 equals 13. So our answer will be 13. Right? Very simple. If you have by hearted the cubes at least 2 to 25, you can easily solve such questions, right? Now let's move on to the next question. Yes, this is also a very easy question. This is easier than the previous one. Pause this video and try solving this on your own, and then look for the answer, right? So let's take the first element, that is 2. Right, now let's square this. 2 square is nothing but 4. 4 minus 1 is nothing but 3. Now this becomes our second element, 3. Again square this, minus 1, that is 3 square is 9. 9 minus 1 is 8. This is our third element. Look at this, 8. Again square 8. 8 8s are 64 minus 1, that is 63. Again 63 becomes our next element, that is 63 into 63, that is nothing but 3969 minus 1, that becomes 3968, and so our answer will be option D. You can see this, the option is over here. So our answer is answer D. So the aptitude questions mentioned or given in the paper are very easy. You just need a little bit of practice and it can certainly help you to get through the cutoff, right? So I would say practice all these questions once again, try solving them on your own, and I will see you in the next series of videos. Thank you so much for watching.